microphony.
And a phony at the mic.
Please hang on. Please. This is an official interruption of your local entertainment transmission.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
You may know less about me than anyone.
That would be terrific. That would be great, huh?
Terrific. That was terrific.
Jeff Lutz.
Well, that's what you're talking about. It's not what I'm talking about.
I mean, the only class in this act, and I'm here to tell you, this boy's soul is intact.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
I heartily endorse this event or product.
Hello again, everybody. Welcome. It's a Monday edition, the Bob and Jeff Show, KFH Radio. Bob Lutz, Jeff Lutz. We are here to co-host Max Power back in the studio, 869-1240. You can reach him there. He'll hook you in. You know, I've started eating a lot of cubed ice.
What?
Well, I mean, it's a source of water.
Why don't you just
Everybody
drink water?
says, well, I don't know. I like the ice.
Well, don't eat
Crunchiness.
ice.
It's really good ice.
Messes up your teeth.
My freezer makes really good ice.
Most freezers do.
And the problem is my mouth's frozen.
Yeah, so don't do that.
Hard to talk.
Stop doing that.
You know what I mean? Don't tell me what to stop doing.
I'm going to tell you to stop doing that.
You know what? Nobody's ever told me that.
Well, I don't care what nobody or anybody or somebody or everybody's told you. I'm telling you to stop doing it.
You're not telling me. I'm never going to follow your lead.
You should.
Your command. I'm not going to do it.
Well, that's your problem, I guess. If
Doesn't
you want
mean anything to me.
You want bad teeth and a frozen mouth, then have at it, I guess.
Chewing ice is bad for your teeth?
Of course it is.
Where have you read that?
Everywhere on the history of the planet.
I've never heard that.
Why would it be good for your teeth to chew a rock?
Well, it's just good for your teeth. Builds strong muscles.
I didn't know your teeth had muscles.
Well, your strong jaw. You certainly want a strong jaw.
For what?
For moments like these. When I have to jaw you down a little bit.
Chewing on ice can cause dental damage like cracked or chipped teeth. It could also damage your enamel, causing increased sensitivity to hot and cold, and leaving you more prone to tooth decay and cavities. That's something you want in your future?
When you're this age, do you really care?
I would. That's the time I'd care the most.
All right, we're going to look at our picks for the Open. Looks like I won going away.
Did you have 4 qualifiers?
Well, I hope so. That's what I'm counting right now. I'm just now getting to it.
Because if you didn't, it don't matter if you pick the winner.
I had Schauffele, who won it, at 9 under. I had Scheffler, who was 1 under, and I had Morikawa, who was 2 over. So that gives me 8 under.
No, you didn't have 4 qualifiers.
Of course I did.
Well, who was the 4th? You have to have 4 to qualify. Doesn't matter if you pick 9 under, 18 under.
The other was John Rahm, who was 1 under. So basically, I was 11 under.
Good for you.
You had no one.
All right, cool.
Well, I'm killing you.
Okay, great.
I'm killing you and everything.
You don't put up the Bob and Jeff drafts, the ones that you know you're going to lose.
I forgot to do that last week. I'll get on it. I'll do it. But anyway, that's 2 complete wipeouts.
Congrats. I'm not going to change my strategy whatsoever.
You didn't even have 4 that made the cut.
Happens. British Open's a tough tournament, tough course. Wherever they played, I'm sure it was tough. I know it was rainy one of those days. Maybe that affected people, or windy or something.
The only guy you had was Shane Lowry.
And he was in there. He was in contention. And then he blew up on Saturday. Feel bad for the kid.
Well, I feel good about myself.
Didn't Fleetwood make the cut?
No. Fleetwood did not make the cut.
It's too bad. I hate that for him.
You're not very good at picking.
He deserved it. Well, I'm not very good at picking guys who are going to reward my picks. That's on them. That's not on me.
I think I wiped you out in our U.S. Open picks.
Didn't Tyrell Hatton make the cut?
No.
I'm pretty sure Matsuyama did.
No, those guys didn't make it. Didn't hear a word out of them.
Ludwig did not, my guy. The Europeans I picked and did not do well in the British Open.
You just had nobody.
So again, that's on them.
Matsuyama did make the cut, but he was 12 over.
Not bad.
Who else? Who else did you have?
Ludwig didn't make the cut. I don't think Hatton did. Fleetwood, you said, didn't. Rory didn't, I know.
Tyrell Hatton did not make the cut.
Cam Smith, I think, wasn't he like 9 or 10 under?
Fleetwood missed the cut. Ludwig Aberg missed the cut.
Yeah, it happens.
Awful.
Happens.
You ought to be embarrassed.
Couldn't care less, to be honest. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, I couldn't care less.
Because when you win, you do care.
I do? Well, I guess for whatever tournament's next. Is there a tournament next, or is that it?
That's it. That's it for the majors, which I miss. I always liked the PGA in August. Now they have that in May, so we're robbed of a late summer major.
Yeah, just kind of one a month for a while.
Oh, well.
That was it.
That's it. TBT in action tonight. Shockers against the Colorado. Well, K-State, what a disappointment.
Yeah, I didn't watch the game, but didn't look like they played well at all. Jacob Pullen did a little bit, but not much else.
Nah, they're out. So we've got Wichita State's Aftershocks taking on the Colorado alumni team tonight. We'll look forward to watching that. I got the Cardinals early, and then that. Now I know why you're upset.
Why? I'm not upset.
Oh, you are.
Says
I can
who?
tell. Your Guardians didn't hit the ball against some pretty good San Diego Padres pitching.
Nah, it happens.
Well, everything happened.
Not worried about it.
Oh, you're not worried about it?
Nah, we'll be fine. We got Scooble tonight.
You told me
we'll probably light him up.
You told me yesterday you can't hit.
It's been a while since they've hit well. Everyone in the lineup is slumping at the same time. Everyone. 9 guys. None of them have played well over the last couple weeks.
Well, that's got to be concerning.
It is a little concerning. What do? You just got to keep rolling the guys out there.
Because the lead is evaporating. The Twins and Royals now within 5 games.
The lead is not evaporating. It is for Kansas City, but Minnesota, every time Cleveland loses, they also lose.
Well, Kansas City's thrust itself back into this thing. Of course, they did it against the White Sox, and they don't have the Whites. I think they might be done with the White Sox. They just have beat up on the White Sox all year long.
Arizona this week.
They have the Cubs in Arizona still to come this week at home.
Minnesota plays a tough team.
And then they go to Detroit. I'm sorry, they have 3 more with the White Sox after this homestand. They go to Chicago and Detroit. Then they're home against Boston and St. Louis. They go to Minnesota and Cincinnati. They have the Angels and Phillies at home. They go to Cleveland. They go to Houston. They've got Cleveland and Minnesota. They go to the Yankees, Pittsburgh, Detroit, San Francisco, Washington, Atlanta. That's who the Royals
pretty down-the-line
left.
schedule. Not terribly difficult, but also not easy.
Well, they got difficult spots in it.
Right.
But they don't have a prolonged period of time where they're playing really good teams. I guess
there aren't that many really good teams.
I guess Philadelphia, Cleveland, Houston, Cleveland. That's a long stretch. But are the Guardians good?
Well, when does that stretch start?
Starts on August 23rd against the Phillies in Kauffman Stadium.
Well, we don't know what
that stretch lasts. Well, here it is. It's a this is a tough stretch. They have the Phillies at home. Then they're on the road to face Cleveland and Houston. They have Cleveland and the Twins at home. Then they go to New York and Pittsburgh. New York Yankees and Pittsburgh.
Right.
That's a tough stretch.
Very tough.
That's almost a month of challenging games. And I throw Pittsburgh in there because right now, when they have Jones, Keller, and Skeens, that's a tough series.
Yeah, that's maybe one of the best 1, 2, 3 in the game. Maybe the best 1, 2, 3 in the game.
Oh, we got to face Keller and Skeens tonight and tomorrow.
Uh-oh.
I'm talking about we.
You don't love
being
that.
the St. Louis Cardinals, who just won 2 of 3 in Atlanta. And we'll see.
I watched the only game they lost.
Yeah, they shouldn't have lost it.
Shouldn't have.
I was at a pool party for our team following it, and just upset. But they came back and won Saturday night. They won Sunday afternoon. Now they go into Pittsburgh, and they got a shot at the Pirates.
Well, they're in the playoffs as we speak.
Right now they are.
Yeah, that's all you can ask for.
That doesn't mean a lot, but right now they are.
Better than the alternative.
No, doesn't really matter.
But it's better than the alternative.
It's better.
Controlling your own destiny is better than having it controlled for you.
It's better than the alternative that they are 14 games over 500 since they reached the low point of the year. That's what's better. And they got a couple guys in their lineup, Alec Burleson and Brendan Donovan, not to mention Mason Wynn or Wilson Contreras. They got some guys who can hit, who are making up for the guys who can't hit, namely Paul Goldschmidt.
And Arenado hit a homer the other day.
Yeah.
Is he batting like 6th now?
He's batting 5th or 6th, and Goldschmidt was batting 7th yesterday.
Yeah, well, you got to do that. You can't just let guys get by on their reputation if it's hurting the ball club.
No, you got to do what you got to do, and the Cardinals have played better baseball. We'll see if it lasts. I don't know that I like our chances against Paul Skeens tomorrow night. I don't like anybody's chances against him.
No, he's not lost, and that's for a pretty good reason, because he's really, really good.
Well, that just upsets me.
If you beat him, though, that's a feather in your cap, just like if the Guardians managed to scratch out a couple runs against Scooble and beat him tonight. Then maybe you build something off of that. But you never know what's going to happen.
You don't sound that optimistic at the moment.
Well, I'm just kind of waiting to see. Just waiting to see.
What are you waiting to see?
Waiting to see if they make any moves in their farm system. Waiting to see if they make any trades. Waiting to see if Matthew Boyd comes up and is decent. I don't know. We're just waiting.
Yeah, good for you. Good for you. Meanwhile, the Royals have to feel good about themselves. Don't they?
They should.
They've got a pretty good Arizona team. Remember when I said that that's a team to watch? They could do exactly what they did last year. They could get hot at the right time. I still feel that way about.
What are those pitching matchups? Because Fott went yesterday, and he's been pitching very well for Arizona and pitched very well yesterday.
Well, I have to look. He's good. But they got some other guys. Tonight, the pitching matchup in Kansas City is Yber Diaz against Cole Reagans. That certainly would favor the Royals.
You would think.
Tomorrow, it's undecided versus Alec Marsh. And Wednesday, it's Ryan Nelson against Michael Wacha. So they're missing a couple of their guys.
Yeah, namely Zach Gallen.
Whatever.
So the Royals have to feel good about that.
I think so. You don't like the Royals.
Why would I? I don't like the Twins. I don't like the Tigers. I don't like the White Sox. I don't like any team except Cleveland.
Well, there you go. Don Henley's birthday today. What'd you do special?
Listen to his music.
Really?
Yeah. Some of it. I was listening to a concert from like 2011 or 12, 2012.
Where'd you get that concert?
Oh, that guy. There's a website.
Well, that's illegal. That's bootlegging.
No, there's a website you can go listen to any concert ever, basically.
Really?
Not really, but I mean they've got dozens and dozens of Eagles concerts on there.
Where was this concert?
I don't remember. Some casino, maybe.
Were we there?
Up in the Northeast? No.
We went to a Henley show
in Tulsa. Yeah, that was fun. That was a good era.
After you met your then-to-be fiance.
Yeah, she was just my girlfriend at the time. We had not been going out for very long.
Was that a nervous evening for you?
No, absolutely not.
Why?
Because I was seeing Don Henley. There's no nerves.
Well, you're with this girl. And did you? What were your thoughts?
My thoughts were, I get to see Don Henley.
Well, what about her? What about the thoughts with her? And getting
No
her to
nerves.
see?
No nerves.
It wasn't. You weren't.
We were already well ingrained at that
You weren't
time.
anticipating what she would think.
No, I was anticipating what I would think. This is a one-on-one relationship that I have with Don Henley. It's separate from every
You
other.
sound like a real creep.
It's separate from every other relationship.
You know that?
But it is. It's separate from every other relationship I have.
Really?
Don Henley is not involved in any of my other
Not
affairs.
in your relationship with me. You would not know Don Henley without me.
I'm sure I would know him.
You would not be aware, or you would not be a fan without me. Does that ever enter your
I
head?
wouldn't exist without you. There's a lot of things that without you wouldn't.
But I mean,
necessarily-
even had you come into the world with me, if I hadn't been a Don Henley fan, you wouldn't be one.
It's possible.
No, it's probable.
Well, I don't know. Maybe I would have drifted toward his music somehow anyway.
No, you would have drifted toward whatever music I had
seems-
chosen.
But you listen to more than just the Eagles. You listen to a lot of classic rock stations and different types of things. And
Yeah, but the Eagles were omnipresent when you were a young child.
yeah, and I appreciate that.
That's
As
what
they-
I listened to.
As they should be.
And now, as I approach my 70s, I still have great admiration for them and Henley, but it's not like it was in my youth, for sure.
Well, I guess I understand
appreciate them. I understand. I'm impressed that they're still rolling along. There's certainly a part of me that wouldn't mind going to see them in Vegas. They just added 4 dates in January, which is tempting. But I don't know. I'd say it's less than 50-50.
want to see some level of invigoration from what are probably going to prove to be their
I
final
will tell
concerts.
you this. If they play the same set list every day in Vegas for 4 months, and it's been the same as they've played during this final tour all along, I will not go see them.
Well, I get it. They got to do something, but the visuals are going to be amazing from all indications. And we'll see if that comes
How
to
can
fruition.
the visuals be amazing
have
when they
to.
rarely move?
Well, on the screen.
What visuals do you anticipate?
I don't know. That's why I'm not going to... Before I go, I'm going to the October shows. There's going to be like 6 before mine. I'm not going to watch any videos. I might look at the set list, but I'm not going to go and see what it looks like.
What if the set list is the same it's been?
Well, then it won't matter. I'm still going. But I might not go back. You know what I'm saying? I might
I
not
don't
go
know.
back anyway,
I
but
don't know what that means.
you should know.
Here's what we have for you today on the show. Marcus McDuffie is going to be our guest at 2:25. He was the leading scorer for the Aftershocks in their round 1 win, which was a blowout. Should be more difficult tonight, but Marcus McDuffie, former Shocker, had 18 in that game. He'll join us at 2:25. And then we'll have a Bob and Jeff draft of some sort.
Obviously, we're going to choose Don Henley solo
At
song.
3:25. It's going to be Don Henley's solo song.
Yeah.
Well, the number one pick will win.
No, it won't.
Yeah, it will. There's one that stands above in the minds of many.
In the minds of many.
No, that's who
But
votes
maybe
on
not
it.
in the minds of me.
Well, that's fine, but it doesn't matter. That the people who vote, and as good and as great as Don Henley is, and he's had an incredible career and many great songs. But there's one.
Yeah, but it's not his best.
It's his most known, and for many, it is his best.
Should we take that out of the rotation?
No, I got you thinking now.
About what?
Oh, I got you.
Well, then I guess I want number
I
one pick.
use some great mental games
Not really.
to get to where I am.
Why do you think they would work on me?
They just did.
How? Because I asked a question?
Yeah.
No,
You're already wanting to adjust the rules,
No, I'm just asking.
which
you.
is exactly what I was going
I asked
for.
you. I didn't suggest anything.
Which is exactly what I was.
Okay, well, I'll take it number one, and then we'll see what happens.
Well, we'll flip the coin like we always do. Right?
Yeah, I'm sure 2 and 3 will be good picks too.
No, they will be good, but they won't beat 1.
It's tough.
I'm just telling you.
It's tough.
There's no number 2's fairly obvious too.
As is number 3.
Less obvious. The first 2 are no-brainers.
What do you think 2 is?
Well, you don't need to.
I just want to know what you
I
think.
already know.
Because 2 and 3 are the, but just the order. So what do you think 2 is?
For me personally, 3 would be 1.
So you think 2 is?
What? Just say it.
That's a game. We used to do that. Don't you remember?
Sure. Just say it for the listener.
Dirty laundry.
Dirty laundry is what you're saying.
Is it?
I'm not going to tell you. I am going to take a break. We'll be back in a moment with Marcus McDuffie. He is with the Wichita Wind Surge. Did you see Rashard Kelly couldn't make it to town?
Crazy.
He was on Twitter this morning asking for a private jet.
He's going to make it.
Did he get a private jet?
No, he drove to Pittsburgh, flew to Dallas, and drove from Dallas.
Wow. Good stuff.
Yeah.
Marcus McDuffie, our guest next. The Bob and Jeff Show on KFH.
This is the Bob and Jeff Show.
Here's Marcus McDuffie from the Aftershocks, former Shocker standout, playing. Hey, Marcus, is this your 4th year with the Aftershocks?
Yes, my 4th year.
All right. Tell us, before we talk about tonight's game and the excitement about all that, what keeps you coming back? Why is this enjoyable for you?
I mean, first of all, let's start by, out of that our era when my 4 years there, I was one of the top players, one of the important players, and I'm just every year, I'm one of the first guys they ask, and not only, it just feels weird not to come back to my second home, at least 1 week out of the year, 1 or 2 weeks out of the year. I don't think that's a problem, especially to come back and see my fans, see the people that love me and appreciate me, coming here and to get that love again for like a week or two, it's amazing, just to see friends, old friends and everything. So I think that keeps me coming back, and I think it helps me helps me going into overseas, back overseas.
So the game Saturday against Midtown Prestige, a lot going against it because you played at noon. You were playing a team that was overmatched. Was it hard at all to keep your foot on the pedal? You had a big lead throughout that game. I think you kind of picked it back up once the Elam ending started. But was it difficult at all to keep that same energy throughout?
Yeah, I think it's more of a mental thing. I think, it trying to, we had a lead pretty much the whole game. We were leading the whole game, and we just got a little lax, ready to finish out the game, and move on to the next, But, the other team plays hard, and too, so they want to really, to play in this arena, people take it serious, and really want to go out and show, how they can play and what they can do. So you got to be aware of that. That's why you can't get your foot off the gas. You got to just finish the game strong.
Marcus McDuffie is our guest, standout for Wichita State, now a standout for the Aftershocks, who are in the TBT tonight here at Koch Arena, facing Team Colorado, which beat Purple Rain, the K-State alumni team, on Saturday. So what'd you see out of this Team Colorado team that you all have to pay attention to tonight?
I mean, first, they're very big. They have great size. They're aggressive. They're strong. They got good guard play. They can attack. They play fast, too, very fast. So we have to be aware of that. They're going to try to speed up the game. And we have to be aware of that. And, just be physical, and we have to rebound. That's our biggest, question right now is are we going to rebound strong? Are we going to, because, all these other teams, have pretty much good size and everything. And good guard play. So we just got to be ready. We know this every year. Every game gets stronger and stronger. But this is a really good team, and we got to take this game serious so we can move on to the next round.
So you play, this tournament has a lot of overseas players who obviously are American. They're playing for alumni teams for their colleges. Is TBT something that's brought up during the season when you're talking with guys? And for you personally, you've played a lot of places. Do you usually make a point to hang out with the American guys, or you try to get to know the other guys? Is it maybe a combination of both?
So the first question you asked, well, the TBT it's pretty much like you can make a team. Anybody can make a team and make their own team. Anybody can make their own team. So it's turning more into not just alumni. It's just like more colleges now are, joining the TBT. So it's becoming more alumni, but, you can make your own team and recruit guys. So it's like pickup, to be honest, to win $1 million. And then the other question is, we know everybody. We get to know everyone. It's just like, when you're American and you speak, their language, you're going to relate more to them as opposed to the ones who don't. So, that's all it really is. But you're cool with everyone.
Talking with Marcus McDuffie. So we get ahead of ourselves in sports all the time. You guys really can't afford to do that. You've got Team Colorado tonight. The KU alumni team is playing right before you against Florida TNT. And everybody's so drawn to the potential of anything that has to do with the Wichita State KU matchup. You guys notice that. How do you not think about that as you go into the game tonight?
We really don't think about it. We just trying to move on to the next game. Want to move on to the next game. Like, KU. If they play us, we just seen it as a game where the place should be sold out. We should have the whole place sold out. That's what we want, to be honest. Like, we're gonna do our thing on the basketball court, us and KU, if we potentially have that matchup. But we just hope. I'm pretty sure they just hope as well that the whole place be sold out and we get everybody in them seats. That's what we want, to be honest.
And Florida TNT and Team Colorado could have a lot to say about all this, right?
Yeah, but they tough teams too, so got to be aware. There's been a lot of upsets in this TBT right now, so we are aware that this is going to be a big-time game. So
every time, Marcus, that I look at one of you guys, Shockers, playing overseas, it's always a different team and a different country, usually pretty much every year. So is that what it is? Are there such thing as multi-year contracts over there? Are they given out sparingly? Is it hard to get one? Can you get one? And what's that like, just kind of playing it year by year?
Man, we'll be talking for days about this. This is crazy.
Let's do it.
Crazy. I'm going to try to sum it up to you. But it depends, how you start. Everybody get dropped into a certain level after college. So, but speaking of different teams and everything, yeah, you can sign multi-year contracts, or the team can consistently want you back year to year, because depending on your market, your agent, negotiations, and where you feel like you can go and do your best you can. And so, yes, they do give out multi-year contracts. You would personally want more of a year-to-year, because each year, at a certain age when you're younger, because each year you want to keep moving up to the higher levels. So once you get up to that higher level, then you basically start doing staying there longer. Or it depends on your age too, like what you want to do. Like, if you're a little older, when you got family, you might want to stay somewhere for a certain amount of years, get a multi-year contract. But I'm young, I don't have a family right now. So each year I'm looking to build and keep getting up to that high level. So that's the best way I could sum it up to you. But that's a conversation that we got to have. That's a table talk.
I like it.
Final moments here with Marcus McDuffie. Again, the Aftershocks in action tonight at 8 at Koch Arena against Team Colorado, the KU team, Mass Street, playing at 6 o'clock against Florida TBT. So a couple of very interesting games. TNT. You mentioned,
Florida TNT, not TBT.
Right, whatever they're called.
All right, go ahead.
Don't interrupt me. I'm on a roll. You mentioned enjoying coming back to Wichita. What is it about Wichita, Marcus, that you enjoy? Where do you hang out? What do you do when you're here for this week of TBT games?
Well, now that we're here and we're, we have sponsors, we have people that want to represent us, because we're here for the TBT. So, they give us like celebrations at certain places, just to show face and make, get their place, rocking, stuff like that. We have, my friend had a grand opening. He just had a new barber. Our team barber had a grand opening to his new shop, so he came a long way. So we just do stuff, and we're here for a week. I rest. We go to, we go out to eat. We've been to Chicken and Pickle. What other places? Carlos or Kelly's. We go to restaurants. We have scheduled places to eat. With their food. So keep the depot. There's so many places I can name. Doc Greens. We'd be over there. We know our guy Devin. So Wichita is full of places to eat out here. That's one thing you're gonna do. You're gonna eat out here for sure. I say that. But other than that, just chilling with friends. And just enjoying life and being ready to have fun and play basketball.
So, Marcus, I saw before the tournament you guys were doing a press conference, I think, at Koch Arena, and you said something like, when the crowds are big, that puts a little money in your pocket. And do you get compensated for bigger crowds? Are there other opportunities? You don't have to tell me the amounts or anything like that, but are there other opportunities to make money outside of not winning the tournament and getting the million?
Yeah, pretty much, because that's why we have the sponsors on our warm-ups. If you see, you see the sponsorships on our warm-ups and stuff like that. Like, you see the sponsors on the court and everything like that. And that's people who are trying to represent us for the week because they know it's a big thing going on here every year. So, ticket sales are important, for us, because we don't ever, you got to understand we competing against KU, K-State fans, and, it's basically competition. And that's what we try to get out to the fans, where it's like, yeah, we need y'all to come in the games and fill the seats, because you don't want these KU fans or K-State fans, coming taking over and getting more ticket sales than us. So, and stuff like that, because that helps us, and it's great, for us to defend our city, and make sure, like, y'all represent the Shockers, and other ways is the sponsorships and everything, I would say that.
One more question, Marcus, and we'll let you go. We're talking with Marcus McDuffie. Hopefully you get to play for several more years, however long you want to play. But where do you see yourself settling down once basketball's over?
Where do I see ourselves settling down? Like when I'm done playing?
Yeah, when you're done playing, your post-basketball life. Where do you think that happens?
I'm really gonna be a trainer. I love kids. I love like camps. I'm gonna be so into it with trying to make kids better. Like, for real. Like, I learned so much in my basketball career. So I just love being around kids and making them get better, and kids that want to get better. Because I'm seeing it now with my friends. Like, I have a best friend that's a trainer. Like, he trains people. And I see how much they love him and everything like that. So, he's taught me so much about it, and how, things like that. Just, I wouldn't say a coach yet, I would be more like a guy that's going to be a player development, or making sure. I just want to do what I see other people not doing the right way,
Yeah. back in New Jersey, maybe, or
back in New Jersey, here in Wichita. Like I feel like I should have already had a camp here in Wichita. I just haven't had the time with overseas, and time be so short, with the TBT and everything. So it's a short summer for me every year, about 2-3 months. So I've been wanting to camp out here and wanted to do stuff around here because I know I got a lot of fans here too. So I'm gonna have to figure it out soon.
All right, Marcus. Really enjoyed talking with you. Best of luck tonight and then the rest of the TBT. Big crowd, we're sure, at Coke Arena. We appreciate it. Good luck.
Yes, thank you. Good luck. Good talk.
Thanks, Marcus.
All right, Marcus McDuffie, our guest. We got a Bob and Jeff draft. Best Don Henley solo tunes. That'll be the topic. And I look forward to it.
Because it's his birthday if you missed the first segment of the show.
Nobody misses a segment.
You wouldn't think, but you never know.
July 22nd, Don Henley, born in 1947.
Crazy.
Here we are in 2024. Tomorrow on the show, Denise Neal will be on. And Wednesday, we'll talk with MLB Pipeline's Jim Callis.
Interesting.
Get his thoughts on the draft. Prospects. We do that every year with Jim. What do you mean?
Just not a big fan of baseball right now.
See, there it is.
Got Austin Hedges back in the lineup.
There it is.
That's all.
That small little thing. We got Austin Hedges in the lineup.
John Kinsey Noel should play every day.
That turns you off to the point.
But let's give him a week break and then throw him in there against Tariq Skubal. That'll help him.
That turns you off so much that you just can't take it.
I'm starting to lose faith in my guy, Voter, as they call him.
Well, you never dreamed you'd be in the position you are, so I don't know. Well, maybe I don't know what to tell you.
Take advantage of it. Instead of, hey, we got Austin Hedges. We got ultimate clubhouse guy. He'll go 0 for 5.
Every time I post something on Facebook, it tends to get a lot of responses. I don't know why that is. I think I'm a lightning rod. And sometimes I have to step in and get control of things. Is that okay? I view my Facebook page as my page.
Well, yeah.
And I can control what goes on there and what's said
you
there.
can, I think, turn off comments if you don't want them.
No, I don't want to turn them off. As long as they're respectful and they don't cross that line into disrespect, then I'm fine. But when they do, on whomever it is, I like to. I don't know. I like to unfriend them.
Do whatever you want.
Well, what do you think about that?
What do you want me to say? I think it's whatever. I don't really think anything about it. It's your choice, your prerogative. Do what you got to do. Did you just unfriend somebody?
2 who were arguing with each other and being disrespectful.
Well, that's no good. You don't want anything like that going on.
Just don't be disrespectful.
On your post, they were arguing with each other.
That happens all the time.
Of course it does. I think I'm just about done.
With social media?
With politics.
Well, this isn't that political.
I understand. But people are making it their entire identities. I'm Democrat or I'm Republican.
Right.
And I'm just done with that.
That's because of the time in which we live. And we need to get back to a more sensible time. And I don't know if we will. I don't know what the road ahead looks like, but this is unsustainable.
Yeah.
And people on both sides need to realize that. And it doesn't seem like they do. And until they do, it's going to be difficult.
Yeah, I have my views.
Not you.
Just like everybody else does. They're probably not changing. If they change, it's going to be from introspection, not from what anybody else says. And I think I'm done. I think I'm just done.
Well, be done.
I will. I am.
Oh, I don't know what that means.
I'll continue to vote and participate in the process as much as I can. But as far as discourse goes, I'm pretty much out.
Well, that's good.
Okay, just letting everybody know.
Well, nobody's asking.
Well, I'm telling.
Well, but doesn't somebody need to inquire before?
Not necessarily. We're talking here. We're having a conversation.
Before they're told? I mean, I'm going to continue to be in the discourse to some degree, not blatantly. I don't post on politics, but I want people to figure it out. And continuing to put politicians above humanity is the epitome of insanity. I don't get it. There's to make the others out to be rotten to the core, and only you are virtuous. Give me a break.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everyone's out to get everybody else. Everyone's got to one-up somebody. Everybody's got to put somebody on blast, or, you know, whatever the common term is. I'm just so over it.
Well, be over it.
I'm telling you I am.
Well, I didn't ask.
Well, I don't need you to ask.
Well, I don't know.
I didn't ask about your Facebook
Let's start
post.
over. Are you over it?
Very much.
All right, thank you. There.
It's just so many people with no real skin in the game. Like, whoever's president is not going to affect my life that greatly. So what do I need to be outspoken for? I'd like to be outspoken for others, but I also think those people can use their own voices.
Well, they use their voice at the ballot box, and everybody needs to vote, and then everybody needs to accept what the vote was, and everybody needs to move on. And we're not in that space of time right now. We're in a different space of time, and we need to get back to whatever that was, whether that was normal or civil, whatever that was, where when people lost, they admitted it and they moved on. That'd be a good thing.
It's a good place to restart whatever we're working on right now.
That'd be a good thing to do, to kind of let everybody know that everything's going to be okay. That's really all I ask, is that run the election, go get your votes, try not to be an a-hole while you're in that process, and let the chips fall where they may. There, that's all I got to say, and you forced me to say it.
No, I didn't force anybody to say anything.
You forced me to say it.
But it's just every comment. Hey, did you go swimming at the lake this weekend? Yeah, but Republicans did. But, like, who cares? Enjoy your life as much as you possibly can. Be nice to other people.
Everybody, we need to get back to that. As we said, there's no more need to talk about it. All right, we've got an hour left. We're going to do a Bob and Jeff draft.
Is that whole segment?
Yeah, that's about it.
Interesting.
Yeah, that's about it. And when we come back, it's going to be Jive Talk. That's your opportunity. At least it used to be. We opened things up to our callers. But our callers would rather listen to me.
They may or may not want to participate.
They'd rather listen to me.
Whatever. If that's what you think, good job.
We'll be right back.
Radio you can touch.
Showtime. Are you ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready? Ready. This is the Bob and Jeff Show, starring Bob Lutz.
Now you feel good because Max, who has a sense of humor of a pie.
Who threw those pies? Who threw those pies?
Oh, I threw the pies.
Either I'm losing it, my grasp on humor. I mean, I don't know, man.
Jeff Lutz.
Just be honest. The Downtown Athletic Club has no idea what you're doing. They don't know you exist.
Hey, listen. There's a phone call for you.
97.5 and 1240 KFH.
No logic, no reason, no explanation. Just a prolonged nightmare.
Are you ready? Let's go!
We are back. Hour number 2, the Bob and Jeff Show, KFH Radio. I'm Bob Lutz. Jeff Lutz, my co-host. Max Power, my producer and engineer.
Whatever.
869-1240, my phone number.
Really? Is that your phone number? We can just call you that any time of the day?
That's our phone number, but I got into a my mindset.
I don't think that's yours. I think that's been around for a while. Why did 436 change to 869?
That I don't know. I'm not aware of that. I didn't look into it at the time.
Why didn't you?
Because I didn't care.
What happened to the 436 numbers?
I don't care.
Maybe Tony can come on and tell us.
Tony's never been on this show.
He would, though. And sure he has.
Yeah, we had a nice lunch with Tony and a young woman from corporate. They wanted to talk to me a little bit, so...
Well, good. I got free lunch out of the deal. Works for me.
And Tommy, our sales manager. So good stuff. How do you think we left that? Do you think she was duly impressed?
I have no idea. I don't know if I gave it another thought after.
Really?
Except maybe the little idea that I had.
Well, again, I almost blurted out. Watch out! Don't. This guy has more ideas than Albert Einstein.
Well, that's good.
But listen, there's no way you're going to do that.
Sure. Okay.
Why are you being like this?
I mean, do whatever you. I'm gonna say whatever you want. I mean, I think that's mean, but hey, we'll do what you gotta do.
It's not mean. It's based on history. You keep piling things on, and they don't last. So
I'll figure it out.
Well, no, you won't figure it out.
Sure, I will.
Why are you being so abrupt?
Why are you being so discouraging? I don't like that. I don't like that.
It's not discouraging.
I don't like that side of you. Be nice.
I would, if you didn't have the track record, I'd be all over it.
I don't know that I do have that track record.
You want me to go through it?
Sure.
What'd you call that series you started?
Wichita's Finest.
Wichita's
I did.
Finest.
I blogged for ProWrestling.net for a long time. That's not something that I just gave up. I still have my job at Channel 12, which is where that come from. So it wasn't a piling on thing. It was just a series. Podcast thing I tried, didn't work out. Something wrong every time I tried it. So, I think...
buying an NBC team.
Oh, please.
What?
Like I have that kind of money.
Well, you said you're going to look into it.
Well, I said, how would that work? I think I did drum lessons. I still drum to this day and have gotten better and practice and enjoy it. So, yeah, I don't think I have any kind of track record of quitting or giving up.
Once I see that Joe Hour piece, I'll never say another word.
Yeah, you will.
No, I won't.
You'll find something else to pick
that
on me about.
That one means a lot to me.
It does?
Yeah, because I value Joe Hour.
Well, so do I.
And he deserves that.
I agree.
And if you write that piece, I'll be forever grateful.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
'Cause I'd like to read it.
Well, I'll do my best.
Our friends at the Wichita Eagle, Jamie Green and Travis Hying, are doing a documentary on the statue theft. And by the way, we'll be putting the new statue up 2 weeks from today over at McAdams Park. And we invite you to stop by if you do get there early, August 5th, because there's going to be a lot of people there. And it starts at 6 o'clock, and I hope to see a bunch of people. It's going to be a big night for us. But they're working on this documentary, and obviously we're getting to the point now where once the statue goes up, they'll start to put all that together.
It's a heck of a deal.
They've done 2 documentaries, one on Father Capon, which won an Emmy, a Heartland Regional Emmy, and the other on the Marion Record, which was nominated for an Emmy.
Yeah, as it should be.
And this is their 3rd sojourn into the documentary field. And it's been interesting to watch them work. Just Saturday, they interviewed my wife. And I'm curious to see how that all comes together.
Are they kind of saving me for the end, do you think? Or
I don't know if they're going to talk to you. We talked about it, but I don't know. I kind of wish they would, but I'm not here to tell them how to do their job.
Joking.
No, you weren't.
They can do whatever they want.
There's always some truth to what you say.
There's some.
Well, that's what I mean.
But if they don't, they don't.
Well, there's
I'm not heavily involved in the story of League 42, so it's their choice, I guess.
Well, I did send them a text you sent me. They wanted a screenshot of my text with my wife on that day, and I sent them that, where my immediate reaction was to throw up my hands and say I'm done, which is, I'm not proud of that, but that's how I felt. And so I sent him a screenshot of your text.
What did mine say?
Something about, whatever. I don't remember.
Just guess.
Yeah, something
I don't
about
remember.
You admired my strength at the time of a very difficult thing.
You're welcome.
Yeah, there you go. So, yeah. So the statue, again, goes up in a couple of weeks. I did go visit with the only person who's been arrested, charged, and pleaded to the crime on Friday at the courthouse. I'm not going to talk publicly yet about how that all went, but I did do it, and at some point, hopefully I'll be able to share my thoughts. That sentencing takes place in 10 days, or thereabouts, 11 days, a week from Friday.
August 2nd, right?
Yeah. So a lot coming up. It's been a whirlwind of emotions, thoughts, activities. We got through a baseball season, and here we are in the aftermath of that. Quite a deal. Major League Baseball is I'm supposed to talk with their representatives a little bit later today, and they're going to send a group here to Wichita to be involved in the statue unveiling. And I can't wait to tell you some of the people who are going to be here, but I haven't gotten clearance to do so yet.
That's all right.
What do you mean it's all right?
We'll be excited when you are able to reveal those names.
Well, I look forward to it. I
Sure.
believe the Royals are sending some people down from Kansas City for the event. I know of at least one. I think they're going to send several. So it's going to be exciting.
It will be exciting.
Who's going to be there from News 12?
I don't know. Whoever's working night side. Roman, Rachel, not Roman. Maybe Roman, but I was thinking of Brandon Stitt.
Well, I'd like to get a live shot on an anchor out there for that.
Well, I'm sure that will happen.
I'd like to see Michael Schwanke out there, frankly.
I don't know if Michael Schwanke will be out there or not.
Well, I'd like to see it.
It would be nice, wouldn't it?
And then maybe Jeff Herndon from...
I don't know who that is.
Well, he's over at Channel 3.
I know who Jeff Herndon is, and I enjoy him, and I respect him, and I like him, in fact.
Well, there you go. So, who's the main anchor at 10 now? Do you know?
Deb Ferris?
I'd love to see Deb Ferris out.
She's still there, right? I'm not speaking out of turn.
Yes. So that's all coming up. Let's get to our friend Max. Max, it's always a pleasure. Not our producer friend Max, but Max Lazo. Hey, Max.
Jeff, how are you? You guys been good? Good to hear from you. Thanks for taking my call.
We're hearing from you.
Yeah, I might call you if I had your number, but I don't know.
Well, I had to chime in, Bob. Speaking of phone numbers, I asked you for your number over social media, trying to get some representatives to the League 42 golf tournament at Sand Creek last summer, and couldn't get you to send me the digits. What's up with that?
I don't remember you even asking for my number. If you want to hang on with Max, Max after the call, Max, I give you permission to give Max my phone number.
I appreciate that, Bob. I got a lot of good things to send your way. I want to bring more exposure to League 42. The golf tournament at Sand Creek last year, as you know, was a lot of fun. You were there. You did a little stand-up comedy skit during the awards ceremony, which I appreciated. Oh, yeah, Bob had some good jokes. Yeah, I think it was one of the prizes that he won. I don't remember. I'll butcher it, but I don't remember. He had the crowd working in that room, and it was obvious to see why he's a great fundraiser for League 42 because he draws a lot of attention. Now,
I mean, if you just hear me talk, you want to open up your wallet, right?
Well, that's what I was thinking about giving you money just now. It's very influential.
Well, The reason for my call is I just chimed in. I just popped in my truck. I'm driving down the road, and I hear Bob say Father Cape, and I hear him pronounce it Capon. Now, I don't know if that was intentional as like a little dig to the Capon grads, or if that was...
No, I believe that's actually how he said his name.
That is how he said his name. It was Capon.
Yeah. So it's the Capon people who have taken that name and transformed it.
I will agree to disagree there, which brings me to my next point.
Max, hold on. That's how he pronounced his name.
Go watch the documentary, Max. Being a Capon guy, I'm shocked you haven't.
I've just, in the 4 years I went to school there, all the faculty and staff, I never heard anyone say Capon. So maybe we're all wrong. I'm totally... My brain is in a blender now. Let's skip to my next point. The League 42 Jackie Robinson statue. Great to hear that it's coming back. I love seeing all the exposure that you're getting from that. The representatives from Major League Baseball, the Royals, the names that you will soon be unveiling. I got to say, it was tragic what happened, but you got to see the silver lining in all of it. I mean, you would have never had this much attention on League 42 had it not happened. I think it's...
Well, there's a whole philosophical discussion to have with all that. I get it. Several years ago, we had a burglary, and a bunch of our equipment was taken. And that became public, and we replaced that equipment 4 times over with new donated equipment from generous people in Wichita and beyond. And now this happens, and we lose a statue, but what we've gained in visibility, notoriety, and funding has completely overshadowed the loss of the statue. Now, I would not want to go through this again. I certainly hope we never do. I hope the statue's there for the next 100 years. But there's no doubt that there is a very bright silver lining to all of this.
I love to hear it. I try and, look at the positives in every situation, and I think this is great, kind of what's happening. I know you've put a lot of time and effort into League 42, so it's good to see all the attention that it's getting. So congratulations, sir. And
all right, Max, we appreciate hearing from you. And don't forget to hang on the line, and Max Power will give you my phone number, okay?
Absolutely. Last thing, somebody sent me a snippet last week. Jeff brought my name up. He said it would be good to hear from me. So that's another reason for my call. Jeff, I appreciate you throwing my name out there, and life's good.
Did you just have a child? If so, I think congratulations.
Got a little baby, maybe a soon-to-be League 42 star. We'll see.
Well, we can only hope. And maybe you'll be the coach. That would be even better.
She'll be going to Cape End, Mount Carmel.
Good for her. Just teach her to pronounce it correctly, and we'll be all good.
Oh,
thanks, Max.
Yeah, we're good. We got it correct. See you guys.
Max, our friend, who we don't hear from often, but when we do, we always appreciate it. 869-1240.
I think Max will look into that.
Into what?
Into the...
Well, I mean, I don't know. I would think that any Capon grad or anybody who has an affinity for that school would want to know that story.
You would think, yeah.
But I don't know. I
mean, we all thought it was Father Capon, and then the situation happened with his remains being returned, and we all learned that it is not Father Capon; it's Father Capon.
Well, it was great work by Jamie and Travis and everyone involved, and then they did the one on the Marion record, and I'm just very touched that they chose to do this one on the Jackie Robinson statue theft and League 42. And I'm self-serving, but I can't wait to see it.
I'm sure it'll be great.
I think it will be.
I'm sure it will be.
They're very good journalists.
Yeah, and good filmmakers and talented people.
So anyway, that's kind of a kind of where all that is. We'll take a break. When we come back, we'll do our Bob and Jeff draft. Don Henley solo songs. We're both huge Don Henley fans. I have been since 1972. Jeff has been since 1994.
1982, I would say.
1994 when they reformed.
Oh, please. Please.
To some degree.
He was putting out solo albums that I burned out with so much time on the record player.
We'll be back. You're listening to The Bob and Jeff Show.
KFA.
All right, we are ready to compete. The Bob and Jeff draft, a normal now Monday staple of the show. We'll see how long that continues. We may move it around when football season starts because there'll be a lot of football to talk about on Monday.
There probably will, maybe.
So let's get it going here, Max. Let's hear some music. And
Henley music?
We'll pick 8 Don Henley songs apiece. Max will weigh in with the list he thinks is best, and then we'll put it on Twitter along with last week's list of former Shocker players who reached the big leagues, which I neglected to get out there.
That's all right. Sans Joe Carter.
You going to flip the coin?
Yeah, call it.
Tails.
What is it?
Tails.
All right. What are you going to do?
Well, you know what I'm going to do.
We'll do it.
Because I believe this song will win it. Boys of Summer.
It's hard because the two I'm about to take are among my favorites. And
among?
Might be in...
What did you just say?
Among.
Why'd you say that like that?
Among? What is that? That's just...
Among.
Among.
Nobody says among.
Among my favorites.
Nobody says that.
I do, because I'm an intelligent person. They're among my favorites.
Why do you have to put a drawl on it?
That's what I'm saying. I wouldn't
Mike
talk like
Furches
that.
isn't smart because he has a southern drawl?
That's correct.
So you're saying Mike Furches
what?
Isn't smart?
Is he?
Mike, if you're listening, I'd like you to become 30 years younger and just pound Jeff into the... what are your 2 songs?
Like I said, it's going to be tough to balance my favorites with those that are more popular. But since these 2 are among my favorites, I will select them anyway. Dirty Laundry and The Heart of the Matter.
Well, two picks that I expected.
Can't miss tunes right there.
Both great. No question about it. Now I get 2.
That's how it works.
And I look forward to these 2 songs that I'm going to pick.
Hit them.
Because both were hits. I'm not going to pick the one that I love, but I am going to pick 2 songs here that I believe will fit very well into my list.
Do it.
The End of the Innocents and The Last Worthless Evening.
That might be my favorite Don Henley song.
You're done now, aren't you? That was it.
No, like you said, if you win, you're going to win on the strength. Now I might have to go outside of my comfort zone and pick a song for its popularity, even though it's not my favorite. That's not the case with my first pick in this round.
Just make a pick.
Which is Sunset Grill.
Ugh.
Really? Song's awesome.
That song is okay.
It's great.
What Henley song isn't great?
No, that one's great.
What one isn't?
Damn It Rose? I don't know. It's still pretty good. And my next pick is going to be, unfortunately, I got to do it, All She Wants to Do Is Dance.
So you don't like that song?
Not as much.
Okay. Well, why'd you pick it then?
For popularity's sake. Now those days might be over of picking songs for popularity.
Next for me, I have two here. This is tough. This gets tougher now.
A little tougher.
Because there's many songs I like. I will pick Talking to the Moon. Because that's simply one of my favorite all-time songs.
It's darn good.
From his very first record. And next, I will take the song. Oh, boy. This song used to be a theme for this show. Maybe the morning show. Driving with Your Eyes Closed.
There you go. We were writing down. Sorry for the dead air there, everybody.
Who do you have for your next
I'm gonna go two that are in my top 5 at the worst. Not popular, not maybe even known, but I'm going with them. Lila and A Month of Sundays.
Both good songs.
Both incredible songs.
But no one will look at them and say, I got to pick.
Yeah, I'm probably not going to win this draft, but I'm okay with it because I kept my integrity.
Well, I'm keeping my integrity.
Yeah, Driving with Your Eyes Closed.
I love Driving with Your Eyes Closed.
It's all right.
No, I love it.
It's okay.
No, I love it. Don Henley songs, a category. I got to pick this one because it was played at my wedding. So was another Don Henley song. Everything is different now.
You're certainly winning the most words, most letters.
And next, I will pick. Boy, that's a good song. This was such a popular song when it was released. Everybody tuned into ER just to hear it. It was played for the very first time on that television show as George Clooney and Julianne Margulies looked at each other in the eyes with tremendous passion. And the song broke out, and it was just a moment in time. Taking You Home.
Yeah, that's not even about romance.
What do you mean, taking someone home?
Yeah, it's about his child.
Well, that's not how I viewed it.
That's what it's
I viewed
about.
it as George Clooney and Julianne Margulies. Let's go home.
They badly
the heat just.
They badly misinterpreted the theme and message of that song. Okay. Do I go with my other two that are, man, I can't, I already lost, right? So by picking the last two, so I'll pick my next two favorites, which I got to narrow down from 3.
Let's go. Gosh,
I don't like leaving any of these songs on the table.
Just pick.
But I'm definitely going to select You're Not Drinking Enough.
Okay, what else?
And then we have a tough choice between that one and that one. But I'm going to go with the song off of his debut album, track 4, Nobody's Business.
That's
a great song. Thank you.
It's an okay song.
It's an awesome song.
My final pick will be from the Cass County record because he deserves something from that record.
Well, you better go track 5.
I love that song, but I'm not. I'm going to go on the Merle Haggard duet, The Cost of Living.
Track 2.
Which is tremendous. And maybe I get a Merle Haggard fan or two
Maybe.
to buy in.
Yeah, take a picture of this. Would have been a good one. Miss Ghost was the one I was thinking about taking, but feel terrible. Can I change that out for all she wants to do is dance?
Nope. My 8 Don Henley solo songs are Boys of Summer, The End of the Innocence. I think it's over right there. I can't believe he didn't take The End of the Innocence.
Oh, I took Dirty Laundry and Heart of the Matter. What do you want
Last
from me?
Worthless Evening.
Great song. Can I have that?
Talking to the Moon. Driving with Your Eyes Closed. Everything is Different Now. Taking You Home. And The Cost of Living. Yours are Dirty Laundry.
I'll read mine.
Heart of the Matter.
Dirty Laundry. Heart of the Matter. Sunset Grill. All she wants to do is dance. Lila, month of Sundays. You're not drinking enough and nobody's business.
Max, come on in.
Come on in, Max.
Hello.
Give us your thoughts.
How could you guys ignore New York Minute?
I know. I thought very hard about New York.
Johnny can't read.
I thought very hard about that one.
I didn't think very long about that one. Didn't even make my initial list.
And I thought very hard about Man with a Mission.
I didn't.
Well, that's too bad. I love that song.
It's fine.
So, yeah, but, you got to pick.
I thought very hard about Not Enough Love in the World, maybe?
No, you didn't. You didn't think hard about it because you just struggled to
I wrote
come
it
up
down.
with
I was seeing what the songs I wrote down, and most of them
You
were
didn't
taken.
think hard about it.
Not really.
What do you think, Max? Who has the best list?
Oh, I want to say I'm impressed that you guys went to album cuts instead of just singles. That's good. A lot of these I never heard of because I never had to play
hear
them.
of them.
I never had to play them.
Well, maybe we need to play some of these.
Yeah,
you like my list best? Can we?
I like them because I like Sunset Grill.
Yeah, Sunset Grill's great. Heart of the Matter's great. But The End of the Innocence is just a phenomenal song.
Did win a Grammy.
I'm going to go slightly with Bob's list.
Of course you are.
I'm okay with it.
I'd much rather see what the people of Twitter say if he remembers to put it up.
Exactly. I'm going to lose 100-0 probably, but
always a question.
I kept my integrity, and that's all that matters.
All right. Well, we will get it up on Twitter, at Bob Lutz, at KFH Radio. Please be on the lookout, and please vote. I'll also get last week's Twitter poll up. Shocker players who went on to play in the big leagues, who had the best list there. Check it out.
Me.
869-1240 is the phone number. Bob and Jeff here for the last full segment on a Monday show. Tomorrow, as I said, Denise Neal will be among our guests.
Among
our guests. Nobody says among.
Smart people do. Go listen to them.
Well, I certainly don't hear one on this show
scholars
outside of me.
Type in scholars saying among, and you'll be amazed.
What's wrong with you? Really?
What do you mean?
You've deteriorated.
I have? From what to what?
What do you think of your new couch?
Love it. Hanging out on it a lot.
Sleeping a lot on it?
Not as much. I don't want it to turn into that. I mean, weekends, absolutely yes. Might lounge and take a nap, but it's a recreational. You know what I'm saying?
Not really.
I can't see it. I don't want to see it as I got to get up from here to go be responsible. So I'll sleep in the bed. But I am alone all week.
Where is the family?
Colorado again.
Really?
Yeah.
Why didn't you go?
They're going. They went. I got to work.
When are they back?
Friday.
And no wind surge?
Correct.
Wow, what are you going to do?
I don't know. It's going to be lonely.
What are you going to do?
Hang out with the cats, I guess.
Well, that's too bad. At least you got baseball games.
Watch some baseball. Yeah.
You got the Aftershocks tonight. I'm sure you don't have Fox Sports 1.
I actually do.
Well, you
have
get
all the Fox Sports channels.
Then you can watch that.
Could. We'll see.
The KU game's not on. It's on some TBT online thing.
I think it'll be on the app the Fox Sports app.
I don't do apps.
Oh, I do, because that's what I have.
You mean on your TV?
Yeah. Pretty sure I could have watched them.
Well, I'm going to watch the Cardinals
Saturday.
and Pirates.
Well, I'm going to watch the Guardians and Tigers until...
At 8 o'clock, we'll tune over and watch the Aftershocks.
I'm out.
My wife is a huge Shocker basketball fan, and when you add Connor Frankamp to it, it's almost...
Connor got a little banged up at the end of the...
I didn't see that.
Had to come out of the game with a little knee, but I was told he's doing okay.
Who told you?
Wyatt.
Wyatt.
He works at WSU. He's one of our official scorer guys, and he's down there for the TBT, helping out the broadcast and stuff.
Well, there you go. Why'd you have a conversation with Wyatt?
Because I was working with him yesterday.
Big crowd at Riverfront?
No, I don't remember really much about yesterday's crowd, but Saturday was really good. No, Friday was when I was there. Friday was a really good crowd. Yesterday seemed okay. It was a fast one, 2-1.
I got to take my team out there, and I got to get my wife out there for a night in the Fidelity Bank Club. You know, that's what I like.
Yeah.
No, I really do.
You wouldn't want to be seen down there with
No, I don't mind being seen.
I've never seen a game there as a fan. Can you believe that?
Well, I don't understand that.
It's crazy.
I don't mind going down in the where everyone sits. I don't mind that at all.
Yeah, I've never seen a game
from the seats. I like going to the Fidelity Club.
Fidelity Club's a wonderful option.
I've got the money to do it. Why wouldn't I?
Yeah, well, of course.
Well, I mean, really.
How much is it?
You don't need to know.
That's what I thought.
It's not cheap.
Well, we spend our money on what we want to spend our money on.
And I don't do it that often. It's not like I'm up there every night.
No,
but I like the food they serve up there. I like the view.
It's a good atmosphere.
You go out and you sit on the balcony, and you got a great seat, and it's fantastic. It's a remarkable ballpark, and we're lucky to have it. And never lose sight of that.
Hard not to love it. Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah?
I was going to say something, but I don't want to take any shots.
What were you going to say?
Well, the playing surface, it's been in rough shape because of the weather and the heat. They had to resod it. So it's not as pristine as it normally is.
Well, the heat will get you.
It will.
And no rain. I mean, it's tough.
Yeah, there's a lot of dead spots out there. It's unfortunate, but I know that Ben and his crew are going to have it as
they're the best in the business,
as ready as possible.
They're the best in the business.
Because they are the best in the business.
You were going to take a shot.
No, I wasn't.
Sounded like it. You just said you didn't want to take a shot.
I just don't want to see anything like slowly deteriorating. I want it to be a first-class operation, and you can't do anything. I'm not even talking about the surface. You can't do anything about that. But spelling guys' names wrong on the video board, we lost the radar gun. No one seems to be. I just want everything to be as it is.
Bring that to the attention of Mr. Miller.
Jay's on top of things, I think.
He'll take care of it. Let me tell you right now, there's no one who wants a first-class operation more than Jay Miller.
100%. The organization is in very, very good hands.
Well, there you go. All right. You've got baseball tonight. I've got baseball tonight. Baseball is first and foremost on our minds as we get through these dog days. I'm ready for the trade deadline. Is July the worst sports month?
No, absolutely not.
What do you have?
I don't know. I don't consider it bad because
what do you have, though?
So much baseball stuff going on.
Yeah, but what do you have, really?
That's about it.
You got the All-Star game.
So if you're looking for...
You got the WNBA All-Star game, which that was really entertaining because they were playing the Olympic team. And there was a lot to prove on both sides.
And who won?
And Caitlin Clark, the WNBA All-Star.
That's what I thought.
And Caitlin Clark and Angel Reese on the same team. I'll tell you right now, my friend, I've been around sports a long time. This is pretty amazing. What the WNBA, the amount of attention it's getting right now.
Well earned.
Pretty remarkable.
Caitlin Clark should have been on the Olympic team.
Caitlin Clark has brought it to this level, but it maybe should have been there all along.
Yeah,
there is a point to be made that it's more entertaining watching women's basketball than men.
Really? I'd have to consider that. I'm not ready to make a
You haven't watched much
statement either way.
Caitlin Clark or WNBA.
Not a lot.
Give it a shot.
I will. Where do you find it?
Well, look for it.
Okay, I'll look for it. That's not a way. That's not a good way to bring fans on board.
It's on ESPN.
Telling them to look for it.
No, it's on ESPN.
Okay, well, I'll look for it.
That's what I just said.
I'll do it. What do you want from me?
I mean, I don't get it. Tonight, for instance, you have a game on ESPN late, New York and L.A. You have a game on Prime Video tonight, Phoenix and Chicago. And you have a game on ESPN3. Tomorrow, Indiana plays. What's ION? What network is that?
ION?
Yeah, but what network is it?
I don't know. I don't know. Thought it was that Oprah's network?
Saturday, you got 2 games, a doubleheader on CBS. And then Sunday, you've got an afternoon game on ABC, Seattle and Indiana, and then a game on NBA TV.
Yeah,
they're making their mark, man. This is amazing to me.
Yeah, it's good exposure for the young ladies.
Why are you so unenthused?
What are you talking about?
I got to have somebody on this show who can go toe-to-toe with me.
About what?
Everything. That's good exposure for the young ladies.
Well, what do you want me to say?
Say something.
What?
I say something.
Okay. No, you don't. You just read a list of games. That's not saying anything.
Yeah, but I'm giving you an example. You said, what are they on? I'm telling you.
Okay.
That's why I'm looking at it.
Hey, they're mostly on ESPN, and that's all you needed to say.
No, I'm not saying
well,
that.
they got ION against Mohegan Sun.
I want to know that. I want to know all about it.
I don't.
I want to know if I have ION. Look it up.
You do. I looked. It said you do.
What do you mean? I've never heard of it.
Does this house have ION television? It said yes.
I want to know where to find it and who's on it.
I don't know.
Mr. Lack of Energy over here today.
I can't answer that question.
If you tune into this show and you hear a lack of energy, it won't be from me.
What do you have, DirecTV?
Yes. What channel?
305.
305. Well, why do I have 3 games? I got 2 games listed on ION Friday.
Well, that's because they
both at 6:30. How does that work?
If you want to watch a lot of Blue Bloods, Chicago Fire, and FBI, ION is your network.
I'll tell you what, that's not a bad lineup.
But they're on all the time. Chicago PD for 900 episodes in a row. They just run constant marathons. Bull.
You know how many of us elderly people love those shows?
Yeah, that's why.
Do you understand that?
That's why they exist for old folks.
But do you really understand it?
What do you love about them? What about them?
FBI. It starts with a crime, and in 1 hour they wrap it up.
Is that what old people like?
I love it.
People getting busted for crime.
I love watching that. Never watched Blue Bloods, but I know a lot of my contemporaries do, because Tom Selleck's one of the great TV actors.
One of the great octogenarians you'll see out there.
Why are you knocking everybody?
What are you talking about? How's
you
that
sound like
knock?
a moron.
How's that a knock?
Why are you knocking octogenarians?
He's one of the great ones.
You don't like Tom Selleck?
I said he's one of the great octogenarians.
But do you sincerely mean it?
I don't have an opinion about Tom Selleck. He seemed fine.
You know that he's one of the
top
10 all-time TV people.
He is?
Sure.
Well, we're going to do a draft of that someday.
I would love that.
Biggest TV
and I'll tell
stars.
you what, I'm watching another one right now, Newhart, Bob Newhart. We went back and we're watching season 1 of Newhart.
It's a good show.
And my wife and I are thoroughly enjoying it.
Well, have fun.
Larry, Daryl, and Daryl have only been in one of the first 5 episodes. They kind of bring them in slowly. And we haven't seen Julia Duffy or Peter Scolari yet. They don't come along until later. What?
You got to see Julia Duffy early. What's going on?
See, you're mocking it. Meanwhile, I could go home and sleep on a couch with a cat nearby.
Let's do it.
I find that to be just an atrocious
I'm sure I'll watch something tonight.
life. All right, that's it. We have come to the very end of a Monday show. Thank you for listening. Thanks to Max. Back in the studio. We'll be here tomorrow. Have a good night.